Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mediak. What a way to start the episode. Holy shit. Second episode recording in the same recording session because I'm actually going out of state next weekend, and I cannot record then. So this is the same exact Chandler, Skylar, and Zach that we had last week.
We got a different shirt on. That.
He does have a different shirt on. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal, actually. That changes everything. How's going? He's going to put back on his LeBron jersey.
I was going to say, we could gaslight our viewers.
That'd be
if
fun.
we all change clothes, they wouldn't have known.
That would be, so technically, I'm starting off in a different fit because I had my robe on in the last one, and I took it off. So technically, a little bit of a different fit. Oh. Yeah, well, like you said, National Treasure 2 is what we're going to be talking about here today. If you guys watched last week's, all of us said that our numbers are different from what they were last week, and our opinions on the movie are different, technically. I am really scared to hear what they think about the movie.
I can give a quick couple sentence summary.
Dude, Skylar is volunteering this week. Let's fucking go.
So good.
That's our glorious king right there.
Oh, I do my best. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Somebody insults and brings up new evidence against Nick's ancestors. So he kidnaps the president to prove his innocence.
Yep, there it is. Nailed it. I actually, that's probably your best recap we've had so far, not gonna lie. Peak.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I stole part of it from Disney. The second sentence is exactly what they titled it as. I was like, that is an insane way to talk about a movie. So I was like, I am as a he saved the president. They got
that's what they said at the end.
Technically, in the moment, he said he has to say he was kidnapped. He can't tell him why, and then actually, be fine for me too.
How about we talk about that? I think the plot. We went into it a little bit in the previous movie about the plots in these movies not being the best. However, I think that in this movie, it takes a little bit of a larger hit in the plot department than the other one. There was suspend your disbelief in the first movie because like all of these facts you're supposed to be like, all right, those are right, I guess. All right, there's a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence. That's fine. However, we had to suspend our disbelief in accordance to the actual plot, not just conveniences within it. And I didn't mesh with that as well with the.
Yeah,
I felt.
I tried writing that down, but I just couldn't quite articulate my thoughts. But yeah, it just felt like there's a lot of jumping around everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they were in Paris.
Yeah.
They were in London.
It came over James a world, and then
plot.
What?
And none of them. It felt like there was like 6 or 7 plots.
Yeah. And not really making sense. Like I thought the beginning of this movie was great. Like I thought the start pulled me in because I kind.
Are you talking about specifically whenever he's doing the just the flashback, not like the press conference?
Not the press conference. Not the press conference at all. No.
I was gonna say, before you get to yours.
Yep.
If you don't remember from last episode, I watched both of these with Caden. I looked over at Caden and I said, oh, I know what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna raise their hand and go, actually, I have that document, and your ancestor is the one who killed the president. And then it played out and Caden went,
no word. He's so smart. That's Mr. Mediak himself.
Yes, and spoilers. That is what happened.
And that is indeed what happened in the movie.
The flashback.
I think that making a second one of these is hard because of how much the first one relied on very specific pieces of information and how much of American history was actually like utilized within that. I think that the first 5 minutes, how long is that flashback, do you think? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. About 5-10 minutes. I think that is the best way they possibly could have looped another plot into this family and had it make sense. Because I think that the way that this movie leaves off, it makes it seem like he's going to be like a Ghostbuster, but with conspiracy theories. Like he's just going to go hunting different conspiracy theories and proving whether or not they're true or they're fake. I think, honestly, this movie would have benefited from doing that instead of connecting it back to his family again, because I felt like a lot of what was going on it was just happening because we just had to believe that this was a big deal and people cared, you know? Because
another problem that like kind of shows up right away is, so you're able to see at the very beginning they have a lot of money. Well, you see at the end of the first movie they have a lot of money now, and they're very, very, very popular. Well, at least Ben. Riley is from the beginning not being super popular, but it seemed a little weird because it's not like this note that he had just randomly popped up. He had this through the first movie, and he just didn't show it until
2 notes.
yeah,
he did.
2 notes.
Yep.
But they didn't show them until now when he was super popular.
Yeah. Dude, remember last week, remember 30 minutes ago, whenever I was talking about how annoying it was how they were handling pieces of paper?
Yeah.
That
worse.
That heightened to the 10th degree towards the end of this movie when, well, obviously he burned it, so he didn't care about it. But whenever he just yoinked it out of her hands, I was like, what the fuck? That should have turned that paper to dust the second he did that movement. It was ridiculous. I was like, this is so stupid. My disbelief is gone.
Also, there's no way that guy's into history and burned a document.
Dude, I hated the villain in this movie. He is terrible. I wish he was Ian, man. I wanted him to be Ian. Yeah.
Me too. I think he did.
I wish Ian didn't get arrested and then he came back for revenge in this movie, and that's what this is about.
But that would have been a bad, like, revenge. It would just be like a revenge plot with history thrown in. It has to be like something else. Because maybe like a team up.
Yeah, team up because they ended up doing that in this movie anyway. They teamed up at the end.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was Ian. Like, that would actually be impactful.
It wouldn't have been stuck.
Yeah.
Because Ian would have been smart.
Yeah, he would have been
just like this got spun
out. But like,
to get all the right pieces.
Yeah, exactly. But like, his sacrifice at the end felt nothing because.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I'm led. Yes, I don't care about this character at all. I didn't care, but I'm also led to believe that this guy is a selfish dickhead. Why would he do this? Like,
yeah, it literally made him. I grabbed.
Yeah, Abigail. Yeah,
grabbed her and was like, "I'm leaving. I'm making sure my name is remembered." And then, which I have such a huge issue with that entire bit. That entire underwater bit. I have such a big issue with it. But
we could get to that in a second.
He went from being like, I'm the only one who's like, I'm priority one who has to leave, to going, no, you can leave. I'll stay behind. Make sure my name is remembered.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like 3 minutes later. There's no way that you swapped them that quickly if you would have bragged on right before, or you almost killed a girl.
Okay, since I already brought it on to the end, we can talk about your complaint about the tunnel. But right before we get there, I would like to say that the mechanisms in this movie, I think, are way worse than the previous one. Specifically, yes, they're kind of the same in the idea that they're not possible and they're Rube Goldberg machines that don't make any sense. However, there's one that like actually really pissed me off towards the end of the movie when they were pouring the water on it and he found the latch that unlocked it and it dropped the rocks. It broke the rocks and they fell into the water, and now the opening is just open forever. So like, how did
that hasn't happened before?
Like, I like there's not there's like I can't even properly put into words why I think that's stupid because of how much of it doesn't make sense. It just is like, one, how did the Native Americans 400 years ago design this thing? Like, I could believe the eagle paint, like, whatever. They did some weird shit with paint, so I can make, I can't suspend my disbelief enough.
I think that's really hard to believe, though, that there's just a random little rock here with random painting.
Yep.
How do you find that?
That also only gets uncovered whenever you put water on it in the sunlight.
Yeah.
I thought that was so dumb. I was like,
and the fact that they had 3 water bodies, so like, we're going to cover this into 3 rockets.
They had like 70 of them. They were ready, dude. They knew the clue going into it, apparently.
Yeah, but they handed out 3.
Yeah.
Going like this. Just spraying it around. Like, they're going to be able to see like one little droplet's going to give them the answer.
Also, she decided to dump out that entire bottle on that one area, not knowing that was eventually going to be the, like, why didn't she waste the entire bottle on that one spot whenever she like that? Yeah, she crazy with it. She actually crazy with it.
You knew before.
I do like that scene though where he puts his hand into it and he goes,
Yes, yeah.
He's such a weirdo. I love him.
I'm like, this movie's funnier.
This movie's way funnier than the.
Yeah, I like the dad a lot more than
I like
I
the
do like him a lot less.
dude.
he
Nick,
starts like
doing-
dad less.
I like.
What? I thought whatever you said, you should have been there when we were picking out the couch. I thought that was hilarious.
I almost
I was so
God was funny.
I speaking of the dad, the end of the movie in his aspect is bad because like they split up, and one of the groups had this insanely treacherous, like really implausible, definitely not a realistic board that they were standing on. That was like a puzzle for them to get to the next step of it.
I mean, that was cool though. It was cool.
Visually cool, yeah, but like let's be honest here, that
Oh, you're dead.
we can't even make that now.
Boarding itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I did like how it felt like they heard criticism for the first movie and they attempted to address it a couple times, like with the fact that Nick Cage just told everyone what to do and the way that his personality was like kind of broken in the first movie. And also that everyone was like, oh, this is 400 years old. This would be falling apart. Everything they touched in the actual like cavern part got destroyed natural, which was really interesting to me because it made me think about like the fact that they probably did hear that criticism and they were like, you know what, you're right. These rocks would get broken down from erosion and cause the water to explode. And yeah, you're right. If people did jump on top of this pillar, it would break the wood. But like it doesn't make it
Better.
more. Like they still can't build this shit.
Not only can they not build it, but how does, if there are things naturally breaking around it, how is everything but the actual contraption breaking?
So-
Like the actual like movement part,
Yeah.
not like the
That's gonna be the weakest part.
Yes, totally.
but
Everything.
like like the turn dials, the 2-person turn dials. Like you're telling me if everything else around it is breaking, those aren't like completely rusted over with water.
Totally. And they're made out of wood.
Yeah,
They were made out of
wood.
wood.
Rot.
Yeah,
wood.
exactly. Watery, moisty wood for 200 plus years.
It wouldn't just
Yeah.
break.
Immediately, the second they stepped on it. Okay. Since we're talking about negatives, I feel like we should just definitely get that out of the way before we talk about anything positive in it. The grandparents, the parents of Ben, they had a very easy trip into the city, and it made me think like if they have 4 entrances and 3 of them are really terrible, and one of them is you have to jump over a rock, I feel like everyone's just going to do the one that
Rock.
yeah, exactly. Because like, yeah, they just
You and you the difficult ones.
exactly. They wanted them to have like a plausible thing that these 2 people that are aged could overcome. But that also doesn't really make any sense whenever it was supposed to be this hidden city with a ton of really difficult puzzles and traversal to get through. And then theirs is we have to crawl and then down it.
Yeah.
That just took me out of it a little bit.
I do think that's much better than having the old people go down one of the difficult ones that like require like a lot of manual
I think they're
force.
able to do it.
And yeah,
Yeah.
be like, okay,
Don't have them there, or like have them with Nick Cage and then Nick Cage helps.
yeah, I will follow one of the groups.
Yeah.
And they just like help like with the like puzzle solving portion, not any of the manual labor.
I know why they did it, and this is probably my biggest complaint with the entire movie, more so than the plot, is the fucking love story is forced beyond belief. The only reason they had the 2 of them go off to their side was so that they could have their own little thing and get back together at the end. And then having Abigail and Nick be broken up at the beginning of this movie is so
So dumb.
unbelievably
they're-
dumb.
Their reason was terrible. You hated the main character. Well, the reason that you got with the main character.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid because their problem is a problem that you can solve through one conversation. Do you know how I know that? Because they fucking had it in the movie. and
So
yeah, you're right. So sorry, whatever. I like that they saw issue. They were like, we want to make Nick Cage's character grow in this movie. Love that. Brilliant. Especially since the first movie is 100% character driven. If you don't like the plot, you don't like the character, you're not going to like the movie. The movie's all about the characters. So having the plot in the second movie follow the development of one of the main characters, great idea. Just executed really bad, in my opinion.
because I even thought he grew a little bit. He didn't rely on
Yeah.
just himself and the puzzles.
Exactly.
So like I thought that was like enough growth.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, totally. And you can even verbalize it. You're allowed to
I would also-
verbalize it and have them argue. Just that's not a reason for them to break up. It's a reason for them to have an argument.
I feel like they should have had Riley grow more.
Dude, don't even get me started on Riley. His book, the worst book cover. They didn't even try at all making a fake book cover for that novel. I'm happy that it became part of the plot. Like, I actually really appreciated that it ended up being like relevant in some way. However, however, just the worst design for the cover in total. It's just words. No one's buying that.
Yeah. Hey, it does have a pretty sweet picture of him on the back.
Although that is what a lot of books look like, I think. Like, I can still see some books that look like that.
I just disagree. Here, give me a second.
Well, I mean, you're looking at
It's like a different kind of genre, though.
Bullet Train. Yes, there are. I don't have my ears in, so I can't hear you guys. Yes, it is text on here. Like, the majority of this is text. However, if you look closer, there is actually like messaging behind it so that it actually means something and is relevant to the story. If you've seen the movie Ladybug, get it?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I mean. Like you could have had an image, like if it's a fantasy thing, which it kind of is. It's supposed to be conspiracy theory related. Have something conspiracy theory related on there. Have like an Aztec guy or it's the Knights Templar treasure. Have like a knight holding a piece of gold or something. Something that's relevant to the book. People are just going to see treasure hunter. What the fuck does that mean? Like, who cares? I know that's such a stupid thing, and I probably wouldn't actually be upset about it if the book didn't actually become relevant in the story again. Because if it was something that you weren't actually supposed to look at and it was just for that one scene, then yeah, of course, don't put effort into it. But if you're going to see it several times and it be a part of the plot, make it so it's a realistic looking book.
I would also argue that they are like terrible friends. Their friend made a book and they didn't even bother to read it. And more of it was literally about what they do.
Yeah, that is true.
What is it about?
The package.
Yeah. Like,
He was moving, guys. He was moving.
He was moving. Yeah, he was moving. It's okay. Okay.
it's just absolutely insane.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, I kind of thought it, like, the one thing I didn't like was how they added the new technology into some of it. Like, breaking into Abigail's house, like, whenever Ben was like, oh, it only took you 25 seconds this time.
Yeah.
And then, like, I forget what Riley said, but he said something, like, snarky back, I'm pretty sure. But, like, you're disarming. He's like, oh, he was like, that's why you should have a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Or something.
I actually did like that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Kind of true.
like, it is. But, like, you disarmed an entire thing that was going to go off in 25 seconds.
That's
Like, an entire house. For the time, whenever they had camera phones, and they didn't, and
yeah, because that
Just-
technology isn't as good as it is now. I think it's less realistic if he's able to hack into it fast now, because the tech that he's getting into is dog shit.
that is true. But at the same time, they're still not smarter than people because, again, our main character, Ben, solved the new puzzle before the computer.
Love that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's the biggest issue. I do understand.
I think it should either be technology is like able to take on technology, or people take on technology, and they have a clash of both. Both technology is smart and technology is bad. And it's not like they are poor by any means. They have probably the best security
now because of tax.
Yeah, and he is multiple $1 million in debt, which all of his tax information is very, very, very wrong, by the way. Yeah, all of it, complete garbage. Yeah, so don't listen to it. He's entirely wrong.
It's on.
I don't even know if that work of it is true. I think they just try to make it humorous.
Yeah.
It's on with the part where like you have to pay like 5, 6.
Yeah, he's like, let's just say if you make $4 million, you pay 5 in taxes. Like, first, obviously very wrong. Second, whenever he was talking about the president, this is a spoiler for the end, I guess. Whenever the president gives him back his car and he's like tax free, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. He doesn't decide that.
He technically could, I guess.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You're right. My bad.
He doesn't know how to decide it.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I see coming from with that tech.
And that would be,
I mean, I
a
think
gift. So it would be taxed anyway, because you can't just give out tax phones, and it's way over the threshold. So, like, it's ridiculous. It's not even close.
actually, hey, Skylar's allowed to have this arm actually, because I just complained about a book cover for like 5 minutes, so it's okay.
No, it is.
Yeah. So all the tax information, completely terrible. Getting audited because your accountant put a fake corporation on a different thing. You are not getting a slap on the wrist from that. That is fraud. You are in jail.
Yeah.
Like prison jail. So that's bad. And they said that's what all the rich people do. Very wrong. None of it true.
Can I say one thing about this movie that I really do like?
Wait, can we like hit all negatives and then go into all positives? Because I want it to feel not like we're just shitting on this movie entirely. We could just shit on it and then switch over.
Okay. I'll continue with my shitting it with the tax thing aside. Completely terrible.
Push it up.
But I don't like how Abigail was so easily swayed to being brought back into Nick's thing. They are broken up. She hates him and is like willing to do it for 2 tables.
No, I think it makes sense because she was super able to. Yeah, because she was super into the Washington pins. Like, it makes sense that she'd be really obsessed with like other history.
Him now.
No, she still loves him. She's just upset about that issue, or they wouldn't have got back together at the end of the movie. I just don't like the love story.
Move out.
Yeah, it's stupid. There's a lot of that love.
Like, you don't start dating someone until you've moved on, and then it's just somebody.
You're so right.
It's that she so quickly went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like the love story aspect of this. This is the worst.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Sound. That's so bad.
Some brownie points for that, folks.
You had some problems with the water scene, Skylar?
Yeah, like, so the traps were and it was smart.
Because my next point has something to do with the Aztec temple, so I'm like, connect.
Oh, I see. You're trying to lead into your own.
Exactly.
Using me.
Exactly. My brain.
I don't know how Nick Cage got stuck. How is his leg not broken?
I thought that exact same thing. I was like, that's
his leg is either broken or he's lying. But everybody on the other side is like, we're going to say, or not Nick, Ben. Sorry, I was saying Nick Cage.
Yeah,
Ben. Ben's leg should be broken. Yeah, that's a pretty heavy rock considering you saw what it did like seconds before,
breaks those,
and that it broke a log.
Yeah.
So either the wood is rotted and it broke easy, but it didn't break for any of the traps.
Yep. Or
Nick's leg is stronger than a tree.
I can believe that.
At this point,
I believe that it's Nick Cage. Did you not see him in
don't know how this leg
area? Hello.
Yeah, that was funny. But I don't know how his leg did not break. Another thing is, why didn't he just turn the dial a little bit, let Nick get out?
That is what he kind of at the end.
Yeah, but why not earlier?
Yeah.
Whenever his leg was.
They had the talk. They had the talk, Skylar. Come on.
Yeah, but
that was an exaggeration. I don't think this.
Nick literally promised that he'd let him go. So why not? Hey, I'm going to save you. Make sure to keep your end of the promise. You know.
Yeah.
That or whole ordeal, or get another rock. There are only millions there.
Yeah. Let's
get a rock or something that won't break.
It's just something that would lift it up a little bit more. Let's
yeah.
Let's look back on that villain. What was his name again?
Mitch.
Oh, nice. Mitch Wilkins. Yeah, there it is. I hated the motivation. I hated all of him. Because they showed off what that Confederate organization was in the first 5 minutes. Good build-up. Except it was really cliche when he immediately was like, I am a part of that organization. And then I understand that he attacked Nick's dad, but whenever they were in England and the first thing he thought was to start shooting at him in the middle of the street, I was like, you're just a guy. How are you getting away with this? And then he's not even like a mastermind criminal like Ian was in the previous movie. He's just some Confederate dude. But then also, they didn't actually go into that. They didn't go into it at all. Because I understand that I gave the previous movie praise for being not super American propaganda, but like you also have to say something, And they didn't say anything because they brought up this Confederate group and they said the Confederate group was bad, but then they made no mention about it being like an existing thing within the current world, which doesn't make sense to me in the beginning of the movie because he was like, the war's just beginning. No, it's not, because no one actually continued it. It was just this one guy who wanted to find this one building that doesn't make any sense and won't support any cause. It just, why bring up this idea if you're not going to capitalize on it in such an important movie? Like, I feel like that's huge. I understand that, like, oh yeah, he might have been in that organization, but like, why? And then his motivation changed at the end, and he was like, I want to be part of history. No, you're a Confederate guy who wants to help the Confederate war because that's what the movie told me you were. So you can't just switch up like that. And then on top of that, there's no reason for him to have been worried that the FBI was coming after Nick Cage. Wait, before I get to that, I think it is so stupid that the FBI was coming after Nick Cage in general, because why did it matter when the president told him one way or the other? Because it still was some sort of conspiracy. And also, at the end of the movie, it turned out that he didn't even tell the people that Nick Cage kidnapped him, because he was like, oh no, we were just messing around. Why did he do that at the beginning? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
You are the president.
Exactly. And he never ended up talking about the book anyway. He just said, oh yeah, the door closed and Nick helped me out. Okay, cool, whatever. Stupid that the FBI was chasing after him. But also, Mitch has no reason to be scared of the FBI in general. So whenever they talk to each other at the bottom of the Mount Rushmore, and Nick was like, actually, no, I have the bargaining chips because the FBI is coming to arrest me right now. Mitch should have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, how does that have anything to do with me?
Also, I was already very familiar with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Like,
gonna
hey,
get arrested. Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I mentioned this during the movie, and G brought up a good point. She said he has this lady as a hostage. He has a gun up against her. That's why the FBI is going to get him. However,
No.
he could just holster the gun and be like, no, I didn't. I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
See, she's right there.
Exactly. And then the FBI, because of the legal system, just goes, you're right, sir. There's no evidence, and then walks away. Because the only one that is telling them that they actually held someone hostage is the guy that they're fucking arresting.
Yes.
So, like, duh.
It'd probably be like, oh, thanks for taking over my place.
Yeah, so don't worry, I got you. My name is Mitch. I did history by arresting Ben. Cool stuff there. That's the end of my quarrels with the movie. That, for the most part, I had a huge. I felt like the plot kind of got worse as the movie went on.
Yeah, I would agree. I would also.
Sorry, you talked like nothing at all in this episode. Please.
I'm sorry, I have one more thing.
Skylar's like, no, I'm going.
I have one more. I would like to know the insane rationale to being, like, because at the beginning it's like, oh man, I need to figure out how I can change the view on my ancestors, for if he cares that much. It's so far gone, I don't see why it's that important, and I doubt one note changes the fact that his grandfather still did not kill Abe Lincoln. I would like to know.
Also, who fucking knows? And by, like, in history, I didn't know there were other conspirators. I thought it was just Booth. That's the only name I know.
Yeah.
Karen.
That one kid was insane.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, he knew his stuff.
He's gonna be a historian one day. Good on him.
He's the new
Bro, he's gonna be in the sequel, the reboot.
dude.
Maybe he's the boy in the TV show. We will never find out.
But where was I going? Oh yeah. So he's like, I need to save my ancestors, like, basically
Legacy.
reputation.
Yes.
And then he's like, oh, I just need to be able to talk to the president one-on-one. Let me kidnap.
That's true. Like, he does have very
No.
He didn't have to. Well, no, he had to get him away from everyone so that he could talk about the book, because even his Secret Service isn't allowed to know about the book's existence. But, like,
Could figure out. What he did was very far away from kidnapping.
yeah, he also, like, that's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't make sense that was considered a kidnapping. Like, they only put that in the movie. Yeah, they put that in the movie because they wanted to have another, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence line.
Yeah, they, like some big crime.
They just wanted him to say something like that again in that movie, which is fair because that's what the first one was sold on. But whatever. All right, Chandler, say something good about this movie. Make us feel happy again.
Yes.
Negative, keep it going.
Sure.
I actually have no more negatives. I didn't have too many. Yeah, I didn't have as many as the first, but one thing that I actually forgot. Okay, so after seeing this movie years ago. I've seen National Treasure like the form movie more than this. So I definitely forgot a lot of things, and I like convinced myself that the treasure they found was lost. Like after like the water came crushing in and everything, I thought that they like the whole journey and the treasure they had found was just lost into history. But I like that they actually were able to still recover it. That was a good surprise.
Did you like the mom? Yeah. I was gonna ask Chan if you like the mom going crazy at the end.
Yeah.
Right before the kicker.
That was funny.
Wait, the mom going crazy?
Yeah, she's like, I was like, get it, this did you mark, this did you mark, that?
Yeah, that's what I meant by like.
But did you like the mom?
I thought she was cool. I didn't mind her throughout the movie.
I think the characters are consistently good, minus the villain. And I want to mention the villain again. I do agree. I like that they have the temple. However, doesn't that kind of like diminish Mitch's death in a way? Especially like they were able to just go back immediately. And like that means they probably would have to find his dead, drowned corpse. Yeah. It's a little weird.
And they're like, oh, so you really weren't getting
They're not instantaneous.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, could he have survived? Because whenever you look at the very top of like the cave, wherever this was located at, it looked like there was an opening of some sort. Like light was kind of seeping through. So like kind of floated as the water was rising.
Yeah. Also, there was like 6 feet from where the water was at when he closed the door on Nick Cage in the roof of just the temple itself. Excuse me. He could have swam out of the temple and just kept swimming up to where you were at.
Yeah,
that is actually very true. He didn't have to die.
Yep.
He
would have been completely fine.
Yeah.
And it's found it pretty quick after.
Maybe he didn't want to go to jail. Someone has to go to jail, right?
So
he knew the first movie.
Someone had,
What do you have to go to jail? And Mitch is like, it's not going to be
no one actually went through jail in this movie, which is crazy.
didn't send any.
Oh wait, Chandler, keep talking. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. More stuff. Don't you guys want to touch more up on that, or
That specifically,
I'll touch on whatever you bring up.
I had some.
So I'll talk about whatever points you bring up.
I'll touch Chandler all over.
apologies
And not apologies.
backup cameras? When did those? I didn't know those existed in 2007. I thought that was kind of surprised. I nearly had to write that down. It still looked pretty good for being in 2007. Like
Probably because fake. That probably was a real camera, not a backup camera that they put on the car. Also, I'm pretty sure it tilted down.
that was real.
So like it had to have been manually.
And maybe it fell a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. Dude, the camera quality of the light post whenever you took the picture of the thing, crazy. I wish. Yeah. Remember he had the plank of wood. He was like, I'm gonna run a red light now. Hacking. That quality is just and
I thought you meant the thing. So
okay. Yeah, that's fair. Understandable mistake. Yeah, they're kind of the same universe. But the quality of the cameras in the light, the red lights are terrible. And the fact that he even got like a remotely good picture is impressive and impossible.
Yeah, it's just because the ones now are terrible, and that is almost 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I should have
10 years.
given this Coral. I did forget.
Yeah, you're right. Almost 20. Oh,
helicopter that he was flying and like zoomed in on the Statue of Liberty in France. That quality is not what you're gonna find on that helicopter. It zoomed in and it was horrible, and then it was like clear.
And it also didn't bounce up and down, because if you're far away from something and you're in a helicopter and you wouldn't be able to focus on that very well at all. It'd be like this.
Especially since things so light, wind's gonna be good or whatever. Yeah, it's not staying still.
I like that conversation with the cop though. I thought that was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it was.
I said that there's no American propaganda in this movie. However, there is a lot of anti-English intelligence propaganda in this movie. The entire time they're in the other country, they make these people look like the dumbest people ever, and Riley is able to destroy all of their technology, including the stuff that's within the actual like building. What's the name of their building? Like where the Queen lives. He's able to just fucking decimate their security in there, which is awesome. I love that. I thought it was funny. Like, hey, if I was English, that'd probably be a negative, but I kind of giggled at it.
But I'm not, so I kind of didn't. I actually have one scene that I did kind of like, and it was the shouting battle between Ben and Abigail in the middle of the stairs.
Yeah.
That one was really funny.
Good old,
He,
girl. It's fucking love.
yeah, it was so extra. And then whenever he's sliding down the pole and the cop is right there, he's like, yeah,
Hello.
yes, yeah. That whole ordeal was, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because, I was like,
Gosh.
I was watching, I was like, did I miss something?
Is this a different movie?
Yeah, I'm like, did I click the right thing? Yeah, like,
There-
did the movie switch randomly?
There is some
But
in which he does that the entire time. And that's what I want out of him, you know?
I like how, which I'm kind of impressed by, because Abigail was kind of far away, that she was able to see the little earpiece. But also makes me wonder, anybody else see that earpiece?
Probably, yeah.
I'd have to imagine, right?
Also, like, I did think it was smart that she, even before she saw the earpiece, she started going along with it, because it just, like, makes sense, because she's always been someone to see that Ben is doing some shit, so I did think that character-wise that did add up, that she would just kind of join in with it.
She was just matching his street.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, what a queen.
I don't know if there's...
The other thing that
Anything else?
I really liked whenever he went to go talk to the president, and he gave probably the best bit of world building throughout the entire series, minus the TV show, because I'll never watch that. He says, my great uncle found this Washington map whenever he was talking to a maid named Charlotte. I really loved that specific line because it shows that the previous members of his family were still looking for what Charlotte means. Because in the first movie, the clue that they had was the secret lies with Charlotte. And a kind of problem would be like, oh, how did Nick know it was the boat? Well, he knew because his ancestors were looking into all the other Charlottes throughout history. I thought that was so interesting. Like, I was like, that's actually good world building that he said that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good line in the middle.
I actually remember something else I didn't like. Why is the president who got elected a history major, not political?
Well,
I didn't miss.
Well, I don't think that's a big one because we've had actors as presidents before. And also, the current president is a business major.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That is true.
Shut it down.
I was like, I history?
Reagan was a literal actor.
I feel like history wouldn't be a bad major.
History's a really good major for president, in my opinion.
Yeah. I liked the president. I thought he was cool. I don't know the actor, but I liked him.
I wish it was a real president, though. If they got like someone that looked like Bush, that would have been so funny, I feel.
But like, no
one, president.
And I feel like
I like the president.
no movie really has a good president. Except for maybe,
Like,
especially Captain America. Especially Captain America or
Brave New
World, whatever.
Yeah, Brave New World. Captain America Big
That
Bird.
president's horrible.
No, he's awesome. He's great. My favorite part is whenever he turns red.
No, bro's fake.
Yeah, what's that? I actually think I'm at the end of all of the notes I have. Let me go through it again. Terrible villain, Riley, terrible book cover, broken up for stupid plot reasons. I talked about this last week, but I just love how he just like talks in circles. The funniest bit was with the cop whenever he was just kind of going back and forth, and he looked at the cop like the cop was supposed to know what he was talking about. He was like, "It's the desk. There's two of them. They're twins." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
I like was it the librarian? No, it was I forgot to mention the last one, but like how, like you were saying, he just talks at people sometimes, and it's so very clear that either one, they don't care, or two, they don't know what he's talking about.
That's really funny whenever he does.
That happened.
Okay.
I also I find it very surprising, but also not surprising, that Ben was able to remember everything the president said about the book the first time with a random series of numbers, and then throw out a random series of numbers.
I
remembered page 47. That's it.
I would agree with you. However, throughout the first two, like up until that point in the second movie and the first movie, it's shown that he kind of is able to memorize things that fast. Like in the first movie, he literally reads something and then closes it, throws it away, and says, "Okay, let's go." And I just was like, okay, that's just what he can do. He can do that.
That's why, I know he can, but I still find it kind of annoying. That, like,
why can't I do that?
like, not even like that, but it's like, okay, like, reading it, you can at least, like, visualize, like, the words. But the president was like, hey, this, and this. Plus, you'll need this, and this. And can you look at this? And I was like,
He also doesn't say thank you. He just says, got it, and then turns around.
yeah, he also only says sir in referring to the president, not Mr. President, sir.
Mr. President, sir. We also never know what, they never say the name of the president at all. So
And yeah,
they just call him the
I
president.
mean, yeah.
Okay,
do I
we're
have
40
any more-
minutes in. Chandler is already late to his thing. I think we should get into some number descriptions, unless you guys had like burning quarrels about this movie that you needed to say.
I already did.
I thought I might have had something minor. I already forget.
I'm sorry, Chan.
Yeah, I forget. It's nothing huge.
Would you guys
Wasn't it?
talk about why you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, to be real, it's because I had stayed up till 5 a.m. watching Invincible, the finale. I thought if you remember from last week's episode, that's what I've been watching. So yeah, I actually had to like stop it 2 or 3 times, and I was all before halfway through. So I didn't know how I was going to get through that last night. It was almost bad, but it wasn't like I didn't really enjoy the movie. Like I kind of found it entertaining. I really found this movie. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. Going to this movie, I thought it was going to be bad because I was talking to Sky about it too, and we just like thought from what other people have said that it was just
Not as
almost maybe like a cash grab, you know,
I wouldn't say that. I'd say there's at least a
like they're just
thought of effort.
kind of mooch off of the success of the former. And I just didn't remember as much, so I just believed that, you know, I just gave into that assumption. But this just exceeded my expectations. This movie truly did go above what I expected it to be. So
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, do you want to say your number? Because I feel like that was a pretty good description
Yeah.
for that.
my number is a 7. So
Okay.
slightly worse than my 7.5. But I still thought it was very entertaining,
Okay.
despite the antagonist.
Okay. Okay. So I have the same ranking from last week that we talked about. I'm going to start doing this now so that people have an idea of like what aspects I appreciated more towards the other ones. I'll say the exact math behind how I got my number. So cinematography, story, enjoyment, Nick Cage, and the end of the movie are the different criteria that I separated this movie into. It's a little different from last week in the aspect that I think the cinematography actually was a little bit better. There was a couple scenes that I actually thought were like good, like creative. Like whenever they were doing the safe desk and they did the quick showing of the lock unlocking for whenever they actually got the right number and not whenever they didn't. I thought that was actually really creative and good that
Yes.
you wouldn't have seen in the first movie. So I gave a tiny bit of a higher rating. I gave a 6 out of 10 for cinematography. Story massively fell off. I gave a 5 out of 10 in story because there was at least some bits that I actually did enjoy with it, like the parents. Enjoyment, it was enjoyable. I thought that it wasn't boring. I thought that it kind of moved at a pretty breakneck pace, which is kind of hard to do even with movies that have good stories. So I give kind of higher rating with that. That's how's the first one, 7 out of 10. Nick Cage was beautiful in this movie. I wish it was the entire thing. I gave an 8 out of 10 for his ranking, and I feel like the movie really dropped off towards the end, so I gave a 6 out of 10 for that. That comes up to like about a 60%. However, while we were talking about the movie, I kind of dropped it a little bit more. I don't know where I would change it in that writing, but it's definitely a 5.5. I like it above average. However, a lot of the story just doesn't hold up like the first one.
So
I can agree with that for the most part.
I gave this a 3 out of 10. I still didn't like this movie at all.
That's fair, yeah.
Hey, let's just
Well,
0.5 below your
Your previous rating is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Next, you feel like
Below, because it felt longer. I thought the plot was worse.
Plot was definitely worse.
And there was too many problems with it that completely canceled out anything that was funny. Like this movie was funnier.
Yeah.
I had so many more problems that it was like, it's to the point where if I would have completely turned off my brain and just put my own plot into it, this movie would have still been really bad, which is really difficult. because I'm pretty much trying to remove the movie from the movie and not thinking about it, and it still is bad.
Chandler, was yours 7 or 7.5?
That,
So I'm doing the math. This was
practically a 5.
Yeah, 52%.
this one was definitely worse than the first, and I find I kind of found that hard to believe. So I asked Logan, and
Friend of the podcast.
Caden, and Skylar what they thought about the movies before I even watched them.
Yeah.
Logan, he liked them. Skylar said, "Is that the Nick Cage one?" And I said, "Yes." And Caden said, "I don't remember ever liking them."
Fair.
And I was like, "Okay, what about the second one?" And Logan's like, I don't remember the second one, but I don't remember it being good. So I already went in with the expectation that it was going to be bad, and it still was worse than I thought. And I was like, wow.
That's fair. I don't think it's like, it is definitely worse, but I wouldn't say it's like a completely different movie. It's not like Joker 1 to Joker 2 dropping.
No, it's not like that, but I feel like they just made the movie that I already didn't like worse.
Okay.
I was like,
I saw Chandler look down. I guarantee that means he's texting his friend saying, "Oh no, don't worry, we're going to be finishing up soon." Now
He's texting you guys.
oh, actually?
Yeah, I didn't want to like interrupt, so I was just gonna like.
We could do this
Yeah.
quick. We could do the quick 15-minute game. I didn't give an agenda at the beginning of this. I apologize. Because last week or 40 minutes ago we did what we watching and the news. We don't have any of that right now. So I came up with a game that I stole from Mr. Sunday Movies, who stole from BuzzFeed. I'm going to be reading reviews, and you guys are going to be guessing movies. And I am making it easier because movies in general is kind of a broad aspect. It's going to be only movies we've covered on the podcast this year so far. I have 2 reviews per movie. You're allowed to keep track. You can go to the podcast and see what movies we've done this year. And you can put tallies. There's 2 reviews for every movie except for one movie. It has 3 reviews. And I'm only doing that for the sake of evening it out.
I'm going to do it without looking up any of the movies.
Okay.
I'm going to go through knowledge, see how well I know my own podcast.
That's good. You're going to keep a tally of what is what so you don't double up?
Yeah.
On each.
Okay. Yeah. And then the only thing that is not is ambiguous to me is how we are going to do the point system. I have a Chandler category and a Skylar category, and I'm just going to drag and drop them as you get them right. Do we want to do it so Chandler goes and then Skylar goes, or do we want to say it and then whoever guesses the movie first gets the point?
1 and 1.
Okay, that's fine.
It makes getting it right the first time more valuable.
Do we offer redemption? Like if say Chandler's up, he get okay, that makes sense then. All right, we're gonna start off. Shit. Oh, I just spoiled it to the Mediakers. I opened it up and it opened up right in front of everyone. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna do this one. We're gonna do one that's better. We'll start it off easy. Okay, we're gonna start off easy. I'll go one easy one for both of you guys. We'll start with Chandler because he's on the left and we're American and we read left to right. Chandler, this review says it's from Alicia. It is 4 stars, and it says, "If you don't want me at my 17th, you don't deserve me at my 18th.
Oh, 17?
Is it movies that have ever been reviewed on the podcast, or
No,
within the
just this year. Just this year.
2025 or 2024?
2025. I think there's only 7 or 8 movie options.
Oh, I got it. I know it.
I do not. I'm actually going to look up Mediak because I cannot do it.
So can I steal?
You can steal.
Okay, if Chandler says he's giving up the turn, then
Mickey 17.
it is Mickey 17. Skylar gets the point.
So
Let's go.
No, it's okay. Skylar is up again. Sorry, Chandler.
can't find your channel sometimes. It's so.
That's fair. If you go to Google and look up Mediak and then go to YouTube and then go to podcasts, it should have a list. Yeah. All right. I am a big fan of Day 7 Id Fincher. I think he is a 7 airy good director. That is by Susperlium, and it's a 5-star review.
Can you repeat that?
I am a very big fan of Da 7 Id Fincher. I think he is a 7-airy good director.
Ford for Ferrari.
No, dude. Here, I'll drag this one onto the screen for everyone to see this. In this review, he...
I already guessed it's your turn.
What? Oh, yeah. Did I say it?
No.
Oh, thank God. Chandler, go. I kind of forgot.
It's 7.
It is 7. In this review, they just replaced all of the V's with the number 7 like they did in the title of the movie.
Oh, no. I was thinking too much into the accent. I was thinking...
You were... It's okay. I forgive you.
Nope.
We are 1-1 right now. Chandler, you are up again.
Okay.
No, that one's too easy. I can't give that to you. Sorry.
Okay.
This one is Cameron Fetter. It is a 4-star review, and it says, "Fuck yeah, I love shapes."
Yeah, I love shapes.
Yeah, shapes.
Shapes?
I'll give you 20 seconds.
Maybe Promare.
Yeah, it's Promare. You nailed it. No.
Wait, it's probably because of the animation, right? How it's blocky and chunky. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Chandler got it. Sky's up. Okay. This is Dings the Ninja, 5-star review. The review is saving the world by having gay sex.
There are no repeat movies on here, correct?
No, there's repeats. Every movie has 2 reviews, except for one movie that has 3.
Okay.
You'll get it. I believe in you. Start saying your thought process out loud.
Okay. So, immediately, Save the World makes me think of Mickey 17 because of saving.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think of both of the Mickeys together, but I feel like this is not correct because there has to be. I feel like it is one that we have not named yet, but I don't know.
Yeah, he could be played
under one. It could be. So I'm just gonna go Mickey 17 again.
No,
but I feel like okay. I couldn't think of anything else.
It's okay. I give you.
I can steal.
Yeah, you could steal.
Yeah.
I should have a full one. No one gets it.
We'll go Whiplash.
It was Promare again.
Sneaky.
I was screwing you guys over by doing the same movie.
Oh, it was great because it's full.
Yeah.
Or I think it would be the same one back to back. That was good. That was a good mind game.
Yeah.
And okay,
thank you.
Give yourself a point for that one. That was clever.
I'm putting it in the none category. That goes for Zach. Whenever the dealer wins, if I win,
dealer always wins. First off.
Okay, Chandler's back up. This is from Martin S. Half a star. I'm pretty sure the dialogues were written by a 5-year-old. Every part of it was 20% action, 75% cringe, 5% attempted comedy. I had to change one word in there because it gave it away.
No.
All right. Yeah,
Chandler.
Fall Guy.
It is not, actually. What? Chandler.
Is it Fall not Fall Guy. Is it Den of Thieves?
It is not, actually. This was Creature Commandos. No. Yeah, I went.
They went biased. Get him out of here.
I went into it trying to find a bad one for that because I knew that you guys wouldn't get it.
That is horrible. I'm gonna go find that review. It's
randomly thrown in comedy. I thought it was gonna be that. I didn't think of Fall Guy.
That is not randomly thrown in, man. That person's just a hater.
Okay, I'm breaking out my notes. I'm tired. I'm tired of losing.
You're losing by 1 point. I think I'm winning right now. And
the dealer always lost.
That's right, actually. Okay, Skylar, you know what? I'll help you out. This is from Brian Espatia. It's 4 stars, and the description is Big Nick Energy.
Oh.
What?
Show the Sean that fixes camera right now. There.
No, that was just me. Like I'm here to steal it.
Okay, Skylar. I'll
get like Family Feud.
15 more seconds.
I'm just gonna go Zootopia.
That was a good one though. That was a really good guess. That was such a good.
Go with that. I was gonna go with that. Damn.
Oh.
Nick.
I forgot how many characters in the movies we've watched have the name of Nick. It's more than I thought.
Nick.
All right, Chandler, I'm giving you 15 seconds.
All right, I'm going back to Whiplash.
Nope. It's Dead of Thieves.
No, I was gonna get that one on the back. No.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I forgot his name was Nick. That's how bad that movie was.
I was gonna get
4
that.
stars. This guy, dude. Going through the reviews of Den of Thieves, I felt like an insane person. They're
Yeah,
all
I
so,
ruled it out because of the floor.
yeah, I know.
I was like, Jamie.
Everyone was like, that was Dealer, right? No one got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I give
a lot.
that to Sky because I thought that was an easy one.
I would have gone Zootopia on that.
Yeah.
Okay, Chandler. This is from Hit Laser, 3.5 stars. I like movies. This movie likes movies. I like this movie.
Oh, I think I got it.
This movie likes movies.
Say your thought process out loud.
Fall Guy. It's
It is the Fall Guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I thought too. The movie like movies part really kind of gave it away for me.
yeah.
Okay, Skylar.
Yeah. So what? Chance up 2-1.
Chance up 3-1 actually right now.
Okay, yeah. Chandler.
No,
This points.
damn it. That one's too hard. I think Chandler would get that one more.
No, you
I can fuck.
Thank-
Actually, no, I'm going to give you the one I actually had. Okay. The name is too long. His name is featuring Dante from and then it has ellipses. I don't know what the rest of the name is. It is 4.5 stars, and the review says, "My mommy says she wishes you were dead."
Oh,
I'll give a hint. I'll give a hint because that's hard.
Whiplash.
Why'd you answer? You answered your
Because I didn't want the hint.
Chandler. Do you?
Because I was thinking parents don't like cheering.
That's fair, Skylar. That was wrong. I'm sorry.
I know.
Chandler, do you want the hint?
I won't take the hint because if you didn't get the hint, I won't.
That's fair.
Just give us one more go then.
Yeah. Okay. You guys can go back and forth.
You're dead.
This is really hard without the hint. I picked it with the intention of giving the hint.
And then, okay, so we each get one without a hint and one with it.
How about you give the hint and Sky goes again?
No, I think
So you start again.
yeah, just throw out a guess.
We're going Whiplash, bro. When in doubt, Whiplash.
He just said Whiplash.
I don't really.
That's counting. That's counting. I'm counting that.
Yeah.
All right. The hint is that this is a quote within the movie.
Right, that's exactly what I was trying to think. Oh, shit.
I could give another hint that's not as big of a hint.
No.
Skylar, you're up again, by the way.
I know. What was the... My mom wishes you were dead?
Yeah, my mom says she wishes you were dead. I'm going to give another hint.
Oh, I think I might.
You wouldn't... No, I can't say that. It's funny. That's the second hint, is it's funny. The line.
Yeah, it can't be from that. Shoot, I got,
Skylar, 10,
I got...
9.
I'll go, I don't even... What?
I know.
I'm just gonna go Ford versus Ferrari.
No.
It's a random one that hasn't been said yet.
That was my second. I was thinking of that, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Creature Commandos.
It's Zootopia.
When is that said?
That whenever during the racist moments, one of the little kids.
Oh,
Showing the-
yeah.
No, I think wishes you were there. I think the dealer's now winning. It's 4-3 to 1. I am up. Who? We went back and forth a lot there. Who's actually up? Chandler is? Okay.
I think maybe me.
Okay. This is for. No, I'm not gonna give this one the chance.
I want you to know, I feel robbed for the big Nick energy one.
You should actually. I'm sorry. You should actually feel robbed for that. I kind of forgot that the main character in Zootopia was called Nick. 100%. I picked it because I thought you guys were gonna think that I was gonna put National Treasure in this when it's not. But
I hadn't even considered either of those movies for any of these.
that's fair. Okay, this one is from Will. It is a 4.5 star rating, and the review is: if this doesn't win Best Sound, I'll slap a baby.
Best sound.
I talked about this when we reviewed the movie. Skylar has it, yeah.
Mickey 17.
Incorrect.
Is it Pro Mare?
Fuck fuck? It's. Do we want to go back and forth?
I got on Whiplash if I had to guess next.
I don't want the. Okay, I'm gonna count that as Chandler's next guess. Skylar, go again. Come on.
I'll go the Fall Guy. I don't know.
It's Ford versus Ferrari. Green zone.
Oh yeah.
It was great sounds. But I feel like we talk about sound in a lot of these movies.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna talk about the premiere like viewings.
Fair. Okay. All right, who's up, Skylar?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a funny review, so if you don't get this, I'm gonna be really upset. So this is from Mari. It is 4.5 stars. And he split it up as if it's a conversation between two people, okay? The first conversation is, what's in the box? And the second one is winky smile emoji. It is 7, yeah.
I would never have guessed.
What's in the box? Yeah.
I'll never tell. Okay.
That was a funny one.
Okay. Chandler, you're going to have... There's... I picked this one for a reason, okay? So this is from Harley Q. It is 5 stars, and the review is good storytelling with 2 thumbs up. Listen to everything about what I said is important there.
Harley Q sounds important. So I'm gonna go Creature Commandos.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked that one if it wasn't posted by Harley Quinn, because I think that would be too hard. Okay, Skylar. Now that one's a Chandler one. Oh wait. Oh, I put the wrong Ford versus Ferrari away. Give me a second here. Sorry. Okay, Skylar. Oh no, I put it. Oh my god, I'm messing up all.
It's storming right now. Holy.
Yeah, I just heard that.
I just heard the loudest bang. Bro, this came out of nowhere.
Sorry, I have to rearrange things because I accidentally put the wrong movies review into Chandler's category.
I don't mean to rush, but I probably keep going in the next couple minutes.
Nope, we're almost done here. There's like 6 left. Okay, Skylar, every action movie should have a French stunt dog.
I'm gonna say Zootopia. No, I'm at Fall Guy. I'm at Fall Guy.
Now, this is the most gimme out of all of them, dude. If you didn't get that, I would have cried.
I looked because I have it. The Fall Guy is right below Zootopia. And so I looked really quick and I was like, oh, it's so. And you said dog. And then I got tripped.
Okay. Chandler.
Oh.
Yes.
This is again featuring Dante from the ... He apparently made a lot of reviews. This is 5 stars. Gotta add jazz to my list of irrational fears.
Whiplash?
Yeah. I mean, you guys mentioned it enough. I had to fucking put it in there one of these times. All right, Skylar. By James. Oh, this is a YouTuber. Huh, fun. James Safarillis Productions. This is a 5-star review, and the review is Death Battle, Terrence Fletcher versus Lydia Tarr.
Is this also Whiplash?
Yeah, it is. I specifically wanted to put it on you because that idea is really funny if the two of them fighting each other.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Can you say Death Battle too?
Yeah, Death Battle, Fletcher versus Tarr.
Death, E-H or F?
Death. T-H.
I think it's Death.
Oh, that would be funny because it's both music. Yeah. All right, Chandler.
Okay.
This is by Sri. 4 stars. We live in a society, frowny face.
I know it, I think.
We live in a society.
We did not review Joker 2 this year.
I know.
Okay, cool.
I have my...
Mickey 17.
Sorry, Chandler, it was not. Skylar?
It's Zootopia.
It's Utopia.
Damn, I thought we already did 2 of that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
One best 3.
Okay.
Oh, one had 3?
Yeah, one has... No, that was Utopia's second one.
Oh, I was saying either way, it should have one more.
Okay. Skylar?
Wait, no, wasn't that the 3rd? Or no, he did
100%
energy. Oh my gosh.
Because it should have been Zootopia.
Yeah.
Speaking of Big Nick energy, I also did that one wrong. Okay.
What's the score?
Chandler has 5. Skylar has 5. Well, all around. 5's all around.
What a comeback.
Yeah,
All right.
that's crazy. Okay. Is this Skylar's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
This is from Alex Coleman. It is 3.5 stars, and the review is hell fucking yeah.
No.
I had to say it in that voice. It's very important I said it in that voice.
Oh, I'm between two.
Okay, say them. What two do you think?
My current two are Mickey 17 and Ford for Ferrari because I felt very American.
Okay.
But I don't know if this would be referring to the end scene of Mickey 17 or the race as a whole.
Okay.
And
So
just like it's more referring to Mickey 17, so I'm going to go Mickey 17.
Incorrect. Chandler?
I don't know if it's either.
Do you want me to... I'll re-say it again. Hell fucking yeah. That's the review.
This seems like a sneaky Creature Commandos.
No. Dealer wins. It was Den of Thieves.
Oh.
You to watch that movie, you have to think hell fucking yeah. There's no other way. Is it Chandler or is it Skylar?
Chan.
Okay. This is from Lauren, 4.5 stars. I mean, it's No Cars 2006, directed by John Lasseter, but it'll do.
I think you're going
Would be Ferrari.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. The cars gave it away.
Yeah. Sorry. Some of them are pretty easy. Like this, Skylar. You know what? Just for the sake of making the game interesting, because it's tied up. If I do this, this is from Ace, 5 stars, and the review is worst unboxing ever.
Dude, that has to be 7.
Yeah. That is.
And honestly, that might be accurate. That might be the worst.
Okay, Chandler. This is for all the marbles. If both you guys lose this, it's a tie game, all three of us. If whoever wins this one of you two wins the game and gets the medal. All right. This is by Noen, 3.5 stars, and the review is, when satire shows reality so well that you don't know whether to laugh or worry because the events here feel like they actually could happen one day.
Mickey 17.
Yes, that is true. What did you think, Scott?
I was thinking that or Fall Guy because you said satire.
Okay. 7 for Chandler. 6 for me. Damn, I was closer than I thought. And 6 for Skylar. Okay. Nice job, Chandler. Chandler gets the medal. He gets to pick the movie when we come back, whenever I come back from out of state.
For sure you want me to... That's a big responsibility here.
As long as just make it so
good. Not from 2017 and 2018.
Yes, those
Not
the
from
only
that
2
time.
years that you can't pick.
Movies.
Yeah. Other than that, you're fine. But what'd you guys think of that? Oh yeah, we have to go. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I need a shower in 3 minutes.
Yeah, Chandler has to go party. All right. We have no more quarrels. Quarrels are out for this week.
Done.
Well, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. You'll see us consistently. All right. See you guys.
Bye, have a great time.